this is Captain Panel P. Welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode we left off, we completed the Romani side of the Romani Ranch side quest. And in this episode, we're going to go ahead and pick up a few heart pieces. And mostly pick up a few heart pieces in this episode. This is going to be a rather abbreviated episode, what we're going to do here. So we'll go ahead and wait for time to go ahead and proceed to the second day, so I'm going to shut up until then. Dawn of the second day, 48 hours remain. Alright, so what I intend to do in this episode, as previously mentioned, I am going to first of all shoot down Tingle and get the last map. We did not get the map in the before the last episode, but we're actually gonna go ahead and pick up the Great Bay map from this area. Even though it might be a little more costly, we might as well go ahead and just do it. Alright, so the map of the Great Bay. Alright. Of course, you buy it in advance. I don't know why it costs you more, but it's kind of ironic because I pre-ordered Majora's Mask 3D. But it's ironic. Whatever. Alright, I'm not questioning the logic or anything. Just saying. But I am going to go and do something off screen for a little bit, and that is I'm going to rematch Goat. And there are some heart pieces we still need to pick up in Great Bay, or in, I should say, Snowhead area, which will require me to actually rematch Goat. And what I'll do is I'm just going to go to the end of the boss fight, and we'll pick it up from there. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Sleepy Goron, baby. Okay, whatever. If you ever watched the comment from the Chicago Blackhawks, I thought it was rather rude at the time. But one of the Chicago Blackhawks players, I think this was last year when this happened, but after Bacchus, the captain of the St. Louis Blues, got hit by Seabrook from behind, there's one of the Chicago Blackhawk players said, "Wakey, wakey, Pocky," whatever. I mean, I'm not a big. St. Louis is one of my teams I follow, but Chicago Blackhawks is also the team I follow too, along with the Avalanche. But speaking of Avalanche, we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna bring it back here just for a brief moment. As you refight all the bosses, there is a way to avoid having to get the boss key again. Like I mentioned before, probably back since the Woodfall Temple, that you had to get the boss key. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You reset time, and if you have the remains of the boss that you've already beaten in this dungeon, you can go ahead and fight him again. You hold my remains. Return to the appointed place to face me. So we got to go ahead and we can go to the boss layer of the temple here, which in certain circumstances require us to do this. So just go ahead. It's just an easier shortcut to, to the final boss here. So I am going to go break away. I'll see you guys at the end of the boss fight. Link got run over by Pianta last time on Christmas Eve. Oh, that was a bad rendition. Whatever. I'll see you guys later. Well, that took a little bit more time than I thought it would. I mean, jeez. Kept getting hit, kept getting destroyed, and it's like, gee. But you notice up there, I meant to show you this last time. Up there you see those banners up there of various white, red, and green colors. That is... I kind of mentioned this, and Mara kind of made fun of me. Those are kind of like the same colors that you would see at a Mexican flag. And given that Mexicans traditionally use piantas as, you know, kind of like at parties and stuff like that, they stuff them filled with candy and such. They fill it with candy, and they blindfold the kid and take a stick or a bat or something, and they hit the pianta until it breaks open, which is kind of weird, though. I mean, it's kind of the same, but as a result, it immediately skips past all the transition, the story screens, as you said, the Gorons there. It goes past those. Right now, all we're interested is in getting this over here. There is a heart piece inside here in the lake here, with all the bridges and everything. And that's why we came back here with the Zora's Mask. Because we'll need Macau to actually get this treasure chest. Let's get over here. What is wrong with my controller? Oh my gosh. Get down. My controller is derping on me. I don't know why. Yes, Macau's Mask. Thank you. Jeez. I had actually unplugged the controller and just to... But there are some rupees down here. Of course, there's those bonefish, indicating that we do need that Zora's Mask. You get this treasure chest down here. So one of the first heart pieces we're going to get here is this right over here. Alright, so got ourselves a new heart piece, so we'll fill up our life. As long as we're starting that second line, we'll be all set to go. I think there's another treasure chest back here, if I'm not mistaken. Well, you just go right by my beams like that, you know? I mean, really. There we go. Then there's a little hole here that you can get with kick it open, and it's 20 rupees. I knew that. I saw that coming. I mean, really. And there's a bonefish there again. There you go. A lot of money to be made down here. Now, I think the next thing we're gonna get the next DQ scrub, business scrub, out of the way here. Because it means we're going to have to go back and collect the Moon's Tier, and we're going to go ahead and get all the business scrubs up to Zora Cape, and which I'll probably do off screen once again, because really there's nothing else to do right at the moment. I mean, we've gotten everything we need to do right now. First of all, before we do that though, I want to go back to Milk Road. Go back to Milk Road for just a few. And go see what the ladies are up to over here. Call Epina here. There you are. And now we're gonna go talk to the ladies and see what they're up to now that we have saved their cows. We're gonna go ahead and instigate the next side quest. And then we're gonna go find Crimea here. And if memory serves, they're inside the barn or the house. I'm not entirely sure. There is a scene. I wish I kind of showed it. I was here earlier, but there was a scene like before the first day. Between 6 and 8 o'clock. You get to see both Crimea and Ramoni talk about they're going to deliver the next thing of milk. So, yeah, they're going to be doing... That's what they did in between. Oh my, hello. Ramoni's going to take our milk to the puck town, too. You're looking after the place. The cows will be all alone otherwise. Yes, sister, she says with a sigh. I'm going by wagon into town. Would you like a ride? I'll be leaving around about 6 o'clock this evening, so you can join me then. Alright, so we got that in our notebook. Yep. So we got there. You see at the end of the this is around 6 o'clock. But we also have one other group of individuals that will be there at 6 o'clock. And yeah, the Gorman brothers. This, if you ask me, this smells a little bit of trouble coming up. We know how they acted, but let's go ahead and keep moving. We've done all we could do here. I'm going to go back to Clocktown. We're going to go through all the process of the DQ scrubs once again. I'm going to go off camera and do that. And I will see you guys at Zora Cape, where the location of that business scrub. I'll see you guys in just a few moments. Alright, I am back now, and we're going to go ahead and go to our final place here. Hold on just a moment here. Earbuds, since I'm now back in live commentary. I don't have to listen to music or anything like that. Just waiting to say anything. But we are now going to do our final thing here, and then we're going to go ahead and end the episode. Let's go ahead and shoot this guy down, if possible. Not easy. Aha, there we go. We can actually see the back of his Link's head looking up. Or is that the... Oh, that's probably just the... Well, owl statue. Never mind. So, yes, we're going to go ahead and buy the Stone Tower map and get it out of the way. I personally don't care buying it cheap or, you know, more expensive price. I mean... Tingle, I think, in this episode is a little bit irrelevant, except the only good thing he does is actually get you the maps, so... But we're going to hold off on getting the last heart piece, because we want to do this one last thing before we actually go to, Zora Cape. Um, see these fish in here in the marine scientist laboratory in here. This leads on to another side quest, just for her piece. We're just going to go ahead and use up all of our stuff here. Go ahead and use our last fairy. So, we need to find some fish for those piranhas, more or less. But in order to do that, we got to get a minimum of 3, and when I say a minimum of 3, there is a slight chance that both fish can actually eat the fish we're about to give them. So we're gonna go, so we're gonna say probably 3 to 5 fish. I mean, I know it's kind of redundant to say, but yes, you'll see here why here in just a moment. And I think we're better in the episode after this, because I'm actually fearing that my game can actually just freeze up again. I really don't want to reset the 3 days. Reset the 3 days, if you know what I'm saying. That's, pardon me if I yawn. Ooh. And there, I think this is just 20 rupees in here. Now, just to let you know one thing, they really don't make, in the 3DS version of the Majora's Mask, from what I've read, Macau's swimming controls is a lot more difficult than before. So, and I'm actually fearing that this is going to freeze. Yeah, something to look forward to. More difficult swimming controls than we actually need. Ugh. We already know the 3DS is... Since I've already got a 3DS now. Go ahead and feed them these fish. Now, we only got 3 chances at this, so... Eat a small fish in a single bite. Alright, well... There's 1 fish. Alright, so we gotta make them a bit larger. There's number 2. As long as it's the same one that gets it, because the other one will be in competition. Now, see what I mean? Yeah. Alright, well, that kind of did not work in my favor, and I think I'm going to have to end the episode, guys. My screen's freezing up, so in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we're going to go ahead and get the remaining 2 heart pieces that we have not yet gotten, and then we'll continue on with the second night, Premier Romani Ranch. See you guys next time.